Come on, man.
All right, time to wake up, dummies. Week 8. The college football season. Come on, man. Come on now. Great games all day. Come on, man.
Who have Georgia played? Woo!
Star Dummy.
Notre Dame's playoff chances took a massive hit last night with that Miami loss, didn't they? Dang. It's pretty bad when your odds to make the playoffs drop when you don't even play. Come on now.
He's a Florida man, Lou.
Is that true? Florida man and that. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the College Football Kickoff Show Week 8 edition for the 2025 season. College game day getting ready to start. And they are live from the greatest college town on planet Earth. This morning, Athens, Georgia, for the Ole Miss Georgia game coming up at 3:30 this afternoon. I'll be live on YouTube today at 3:30 for all the afternoon games, and prime time tonight at 7:30, where we will have round 2 of the $1,000 giveaway. Shout out to RC Cola. He was last week's winner. So shout out to him. Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. And somebody else will win today. Tune into the Patreon stream tonight at 7:30 for details on how we will do the giveaway today. And then we will do the giveaway at halftime of that Patreon stream, which again is the primetime games tonight. So that stream will start at 7:30. We will go over the however we're going to do the giveaway, and then the giveaway will happen at halftime. The giveaway will happen at halftime of the primetime games. Great games in primetime too. The Patreon stream is going to be litty. It's going to be litty. Yeah, big facts. Big facts. There's the link to the Patreon page. If you are not on the Patreon page, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing, but now would be a great time to get on there. We just started the $1,000 giveaway last week. Round 2 is today. Round 3 next Saturday. Round 4 the Saturday after that. 4 straight Saturdays, $250 every Saturday, as voted upon by the Patreon people. Yeah, I said, what do y'all want? $1,000 winner to $500 winners. What do you want? What do you want? They said, Lou, let's do 4 $250 winners. I said, say less, fam. 6, 7. Oh, man. Man. 6, 7. Let's get some water. I need to calm down. Let me calm down. I need to calm down. Somebody's going to go 6-6 and then lose their bowl game. That's going to happen to somebody. It's going to happen to multiple teams. We can't wait for that, right? Isn't that going to be amazing? When a 6-6 team loses their bowl game, that's going to be great. 6, 7. What are we doing? Oh, the kickoff show. Yes. So we're going to talk about all the big games today. I'll pull up the schedule of games here in a second. We will go through it. I'll give you brief thoughts on all of today's big games. I'll show you the games I've already bet on. I'll talk about some of the other games that I am considering losing money on today by betting on. We'll do that. We, of course, are going to talk about food. I mean, come on. I got a good one today. My favorite one, actually. My favorite game day food today. So pretty excited about it, too. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. And almost forgot the absolute worst part. The crooked-ass rigged wheel. Yeah, coming up at the end of the show. I don't think we did not have a winner last week. You know what? I better double-check that. Well, I won't do it live during the show. It'll take me too long to find it, but I'll double check that because to be honest with you, I was really in no condition to know what condition my condition was in last Saturday, but I don't think we had a winner on the rigged wheel last Saturday. So hopefully we'll have one today. You guys are doing pretty good this year on the rigged wheel. I think this is y'all's best year on the rigged wheel. There's been some years where you guys were like VicTube levels of bad, like 2-12, 2-13. I mean, just absolutely pitiful. This year, y'all have done okay. Y'all have done pretty well. Yeah. With the rigged wheel. So we'll see if we can find another winner or two today at the end of the show. When we look at when we spin the rigged wheel. If you want to get your name on the rigged wheel, any Cash App, any PayPal donation to the show, I will add your name to the rigged wheel. And then at the end of the show, of course, we spin the wheel, and whatever name it lands on, you can make any pick today. against the spread any game you want. And if you get the game right, I will send you back twice whatever you sent me. It's literally that easy. I see you guys' comments every Sunday about how I knew this team was going to win, and I knew that team was going to win, and I knew this team was going to lose, and I called it. And if you go look at my comment from 11 days ago, you'll see that I typed in the comment section that this team was going to win by 4, and what do you know, they won by 4. So y'all get everything right. Y'all pick every game right every week, so it should be no problem to just pick one winner here out of the entire slate of games. So we'll do that. We'll do that at the end of the show. But how's everybody doing? You survived another week. That's good. That's great. Well, unless you're a Miami or Nebraska fan. Hey, hello. Did all the alarm clocks not go off this morning for the Miami fans? Can we see you front and center, please? Where are the Miami fans? What are y'all doing losing in the middle of October as a big favorite? You usually wait till November to shit on your own foot. What are you doing? You lost on a weekday? God damn, you lost on high school day. What the fuck? Where are y'all at now? And don't tell me you're at work either. So where are you? I know where you weren't. You weren't at the game. Nobody was at that fucking game. What are y'all doing? Come on, man. I need an APB out for Coach Coop. Where's Coach Coop? You know what? And I don't want to hear nothing about 11-1. I don't want to hear. Y'all aren't going 11-1. Miami, look. We all know Miami loses pointless games in November every single year. I don't care. Go back 20 years. However good you think they are, they're going to lose a game in November. Some pointless random game too. Georgia Tech, Syracuse, whatever the fuck. Miami ends the regular season this year with back-to-back road games. They're not winning both of those. So you got one more automatic L coming up. That'll put you at 10-2. And the bad news is Georgia Tech is undefeated in the conference. Virginia is undefeated in the conference. Louisville's only got one loss, but they beat you, so they're ahead of you. Is the same thing going to happen to Miami that happened last year? Holy shit. Are you dummies going to go 10-2 or 9-3 and not even make the ACC title game again? God almighty, man. And what's up with Carson Beck? Why does Carson Beck either throw 0 interceptions or 4? Well, I don't understand that either. Say the same thing last year. Guy comes out, oh, no interceptions for Carson Beck. That's amazing. But then he plays the next week. Let me tell you something. If Carson Beck throws 1 interception, he's throwing 3 or 4. This motherfucker, they come in bunches with this guy. They come in bunches. Unbelievable. 2 of the interceptions, too, that he threw last night, just horribly bad passes. I mean, I never even showed. One of them was into triple coverage in the middle of the field. It fucking Louisville, it literally looked like 3 Louisville outfielders converging on a pop fly. I'm like, holy shit, man, what are you doing? Threw it off his back foot, the whole deal. And then he had another interception where he never should have thrown the ball, too. The guy was completely covered. He wasn't anywhere close to being open on a go route up the sideline. Literally threw it right to the DB. The other 2 interceptions, I believe, were both tipped at the line of scrimmage. So maybe you can make some excuses for those. But those other 2 interceptions were just horrible. And who's the play caller? Who's the offensive play caller for Miami? Holy shit. Micah, don't tell me what to do, dumbass. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm not going to stop drinking. I've been drinking coffee since 6 o'clock this morning. I've been drinking water since 5 minutes ago, and I'm not going to fucking stop no matter how much typing or crying you do in the comments section. Don't ever tell me what the fuck to do. How about you sit down and type in my comment section, Micah? How about I tell you what to do? How about that? Now, what was I saying? Who's the play caller for Miami? It's not Mario Cristobal, is it? He has an actual offensive coordinator, doesn't he? What in the fuck are you doing? In field goal range, under a minute to go, down a field goal. Carson Beck has done nothing all day but throw the ball to the other team. Why the fuck are you throwing the ball? Why are you throwing the ball there? You have to run the ball there. And maybe you pop one and score a touchdown and win the game. And if you do, that's great. But the worst case scenario, you don't pick up a first down and you kick a field goal and send it to overtime. You're putting the ball in the hands of what yesterday was your worst player. What are we doing with this play calling? And look, here's the bottom line is Mario Cristobal is going to get the blame for it. Whether I don't think he's the play caller at Miami. I think they have an actual offensive coordinator. But because Mario Cristobal and Mario Cristobal teams continue to do dumb shit late in the fourth quarter of games, he's going to get the blame for it. And he probably should. Did you see how hard Miami tried to lose to Florida State in the fourth quarter of that blowout? Holy hell. They couldn't have played any worse in the fourth quarter of that game. They couldn't have played any worse. They let Florida State score 18 points on them in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's just, I don't know what goes on. It's mind-numbing and mind-boggling, too. And Nebraska, can you come in here, too? Can somebody wake Nebraska up and get them in here, too? I thought they were farmers. Aren't they supposed to be, we're up and when the cock crows. Then where are you? Then why aren't you in here? You didn't score a fucking touchdown? Come on, man. Not one touchdown. What is this? The fucking Nebraska Hawkeyes? What is going on? Iowa scored 37 points last week. Nebraska can't score a touchdown against Minnesota. You got blown out. God, you got blown out. 24-6. Now, both those games were massive pay-lose situations because I had Louisville plus 10.5, winner, and Minnesota plus 7, winner. Now, North Carolina fucked me. I had Cal minus 8, and they only won by 3. Somehow North Carolina losing by 3 feels like a win, doesn't it? North Carolina's so bad that like they're on the plane home, high-fiving and shit. Hey, y'all see that, man? We only lost by 3. Let's go. Let's go. That's the kind of shit Tennessee fans used to do in the late 2010s, you know? Kind of shit Florida fans do now, you know? We had a lead on Georgia in the first quarter last year against them. Oh, hey, you see that? Hey, buddy, you know you lost by 2 touchdowns, right? Yeah, it don't matter. We had a lead on them at one point early in the game. It was amazing. I mean, North Carolina's on the way home popping champagne and eating caviar because they only lost by 3 to Cal. Whatever the fuck. This shit don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. This bragging about losses is out of control. There's a lot of it going on. Notre Dame. Well, I mean, we only lost by 5 to, Notre Dame. I guess you can't say, well, we only lost by 2 points to the number 2 team in the country. Huh? What? No, you didn't. You lost by 2 to somebody that can't beat Louisville, man. Sit down and shut the fuck up. The black and white TV ain't coming back, man. Notre Dame better beat Southern Cal today. Y'all better beat Southern Cal today. And I picked Notre Dame to win. So this guy just hates Notre Dame. No, I just got a set of eyes, and they work pretty good as long as I have my contacts in. Y'all better beat Southern Cal. If Notre Dame doesn't beat Southern Cal today, their best win all year is going to be fucking Navy. Get the fuck out of my playoff with that shit. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? Holy shit. Oh, we're 9-3, but we beat Navy. Really? Really? Oh my God, man. What are we? This is amazing to me. This is amazing. You know what would get Notre Dame into the playoff? Going 9-3 and winning their conference championship game. Unfortunately, they're too fucking scared to join a league. That's it. Don't tell me to you calm down and type more. Tell me to calm down. Shut the fuck up, man. Swallow your tongue. Go away. Let's see who's here. Texas Rocks, Robert Hurt, Rudy Wins Big Bowls is here. You're in a bad way, bud. Buckeye in Kansas, Suplexes, Steve Jones, Matt Dummett, King Family, Jarvis, Brewski, TRD, Scrotum Steve. Dang. Gamecock Orbit, Swaggy Man. What's up, buddy? Deion Sanders is here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Colorado's on a bye. What's up, Prime? Yep, Justin Goodman, Scrunchy Mouse, Eddie Wright, Sir Bucknut, Steve Jones. Thoughts on if Tech can survive versus Duke? I'm going to be honest. I'm only picking Georgia Tech. I'm going to talk about the games in a minute, but I'm only picking Georgia Tech to win that game because everybody else is picking Duke. And I've just been watching shit a long time. And when it's like, when on game day, they all pick the same team. And then they go, oh, well, I guess they're losing now. We all pick the same team. That means they're going to lose. It's like that. That's the only reason I'm picking Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's been skating on some pretty thin fucking ice. I mean, let's be real. They should have lost to Wake Forest. I'm just calling it like it is, dummy. They should have lost to Wake Forest. That blown offsides call at the end. Let me tell you, don't think Georgia Tech barely beat Clemson. Look, if you barely beat Clemson, you can lose to anybody. So, yeah, they might lose on the road today at Duke. But I took Georgia Tech just because everybody and their brother is on Duke. And it just feels like one of those things where Vegas is going to clean up and make a killing when Georgia Tech goes in there and wins. So, and I didn't bet the game. So I won't be a part of that Vegas cleaning up deal. But my pick is Georgia Tech just because everybody else is picking Duke. But clearly it wouldn't bother me for Georgia Tech to lose a game. Fuck the Nerds. The Nerds are down so bad they have to sell home games to the Falcons. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know either. I mean, they only have 4 plays, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's got less plays than Tennessee. Think about it. Georgia Tech's playbook looks like this. I mean, that's it. It's not a book. Georgia Tech doesn't have a playbook. They have a play paper. It's one piece of fucking cardboard with 4 plays on it. Haynes King run up the middle. Haynes King run left. Haynes King run right. Play action pass. Throw it to somebody. That's their entire playbook. But then they'll tell you Brent Key's an offensive mastermind. I don't understand. And look, this is Georgia fans have some weird infatuation with Brent Key. Let me tell you something, man. Brent Key don't know what the fuck he's doing. No, not Brent Key. I like Brent. The other guy. What's the other guy's name? Buster Faulkner. What is y'all's fascination with Buster Faulkner? Buster Faulkner doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. If he did, they would have beat Georgia last year. 4 quarters, Haynes King runs the ball. There's nothing Georgia can do about it. Georgia Tech gets to overtime. We go through 8 overtimes. No Haynes King runs. From the 2 fucking yard line. What was he doing? What was he doing? I don't understand the fact. And the only people that love Buster Faulkner more than Georgia Tech fans are Georgia fans. Why? Because he used to be an analyst there? Fuck Buster Faulkner. Let me tell you something. Mike Bobo can offensive coordinate circles around Buster Faulkner. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Or your peace pipe or whatever. I mean, Buster Faulkner's a clown level is 1 million. What is the infatuation? What are you watching with Georgia Tech's offense and then you go, man, that Buster Faulkner's the best offensive coordinator. There's 4 fucking plays. I don't understand. Georgia fans' minds have become so warped because of Todd Monken. They don't know when it comes to offensive coordinators. I wouldn't listen to a fucking thing a Georgia fan says about offensive coordinators, except me. Of course, you should always listen to me. But Todd Monken's not coming back. Okay, it's like when you were little and your dad said he was going to get cigarettes and then he never came back. That's Mike. That's Monken. He's not coming back. Bobo's pretty good. Bobo sucks. You're full of shit, Jackpot. Why does Georgia lead the SEC in scoring? Oh, is it because of Gunnar Stockton? Is it because of our amazing wide receivers? Hello? Hey, fuck nut. Get back in here. Why does Georgia lead the SEC in scoring? Is it because Mike Bobo sucks? Did Mike Bobo fuck your wife or something? Make you sit in the corner and watch? God damn. That's not wrong. In SEC games, Georgia leads the SEC in scoring in conference games. Nobody gives a fuck because Tennessee scores 80 points for fun on middle school teams in week 2. Fuck that. It means nothing. You do it every year, and you still don't win a goddamn thing. Conference games is what matters. Georgia leads the SEC in scoring in conference games. Cry about it. Type, whatever the fuck you need to do. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. Does this look like 2019 to you? I'm not wrong. I was wrong in 2019. I picked Georgia to beat South Carolina in the regular season, and they didn't. This is 2025, dummy. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. You're wrong. Fuck nut. What am I looking for? Are these the droids I'm looking for? Hey. Go wake your mom up and get her to read this to you. What are we doing? Go wake your mother up and get her to read this to you. You see where this says Southeastern Conference? That means these are all the SEC teams. You see where it says conference games, points for? You see where it says Georgia 120 and it says Tennessee 116? 120 is more than 116. Retard. Ooh, Georgia's played one more game. I didn't say points per game. I said points scored. Type. Y'all typing now? See, let me tell you something. I've been telling y'all this for a long time. It's Trash Talk 101. If you know enough, you'll never lose a trash talk argument. Georgia scored more points in conference games than any other team in the SEC. Fact. Type. You know, I'm tempted to just end the show right now. I feel like what time is it? This show's only been on for 20 minutes. It feels like I've said an hour's worth of shit already. Guess what else I did because I care about you? Guess what else? I took a Zen this morning. I had 9 cups of coffee this morning. I'm going on 6 hours sleep. So I've been mainlining coffee grounds since 6 o'clock this morning. But guess what else I did for y'all? Because I care about you. Y'all have been on my ass for a decade. A decade. Lou. Let me get that team asshole hat. No, not for sale. Limited time only. Limited time only. Christmas is 2 months away. Imagine you put this. Imagine you wake up and this team asshole hat is in your stocking. Boy, what a good boy you must have been. What a good boy you must have been. My advice would be to get it while the getting is good. That would be my advice. Because it's here today, gone tomorrow. Not literally tomorrow, but it is limited time. I'm not leaving that up for long. I'm going to take it down. So several of you bought one yesterday. And what is the website for the hat? It's the website I just typed in the comment section. Yeah. It sure is. I just ordered 10 of them. Well, you might be king of the assholes if you're walking around with 10 team asshole hats. Good looking hat. Got the YouTube logo on the back. Mine doesn't even have that. I need to order one of these. I need to order one of these. They're stitched. None of that screen print gas station hat shit. These are good hats. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? Fuck that guy. Take my hat off, dummy. Oh, with the earring too? Oh my God. Oh, somebody needs to clean up man's neckline too. What in the world? Who is that guy? Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Yeah, none of that screen print bullshit. Stitched on. This is quality. That's high quality H2O. Yeah, don't be mad at me because Georgia scored 120 points in the SEC and your team hadn't. Score more, bud. Hell, guess what, Tennessee? If you'd scored 120 points in conference play this year instead of 116, you would have beat Georgia. But you're not good enough because you didn't score enough. Mad about it? Of course you are. You're fucking irate. You're drooling mad. You're absolutely drooling right now. Better stick a wallet in your mouth or you chew off your own tongue. Today's going to be a fun day. The Georgia Ole Miss game comes on at 3:30. Ole Miss is going to get the ball, go right down the field and score like every team does that plays Georgia. 12,000 trolls are going to come to my live stream to tell me Georgia's losing. You know, because whoever scores first in any college football game is winning every single time in my comment section. It's unbelievable. I'm doing this 10 years. Every game I've ever streamed, doesn't matter who scores first. Whoever scores first, the comment section is filled with, well, this game's over. They're going to win by 40. No point in even watching this. Every single time. So I'm looking forward to Ole Miss scoring first on Georgia today, like everybody does on Georgia, and having about 10 or 12,000 trolls in the comment section. Doing one of those deals where they breathe into a straw to work their laptop or whatever so they can type to me about how terrible Georgia is. Let's look at the slate of games today. You want to? Here's your noon games. LSU on the road at Vandy. Vandy, a small favorite in that one, 2.5. I like Vandy to win. I just don't trust LSU's offense. I know they finally got the ground game going a little bit last week against South Carolina, but that's 1 week out of 6. The rest of the time has been dog shit. Nussmeier, even in the win last week, threw 2 more interceptions. He's thrown interceptions in 4 of the last 5 games, so just same problem from last year. Now, I do think this is going to be low scoring. I don't think Vandy's just going to run up and down the field on them. LSU's defense is legit for sure. But Vandy at home, favored by less than a field goal, I'll roll the dice with Vandy. Georgia Tech on the road at Duke. This one's up to 3.5 points. Started out at 1.5. Duke's favored. So opened up as about a 1.5 point favorite. It's all the way up to 3.5. I might actually bet Georgia Tech in this one. I don't know. I won't be surprised if they lose, but it just seems like everybody is on Duke. It seems like everybody is on Duke. And a lot of times when that happens, the other team wins. Now, this is the game I'm actually most excited to watch at noon. Washington on the road at Michigan. I think Washington's a good team. I mean, look, they got beat by Ohio State 24-6. A lot of people are going to get beat by Ohio State 24-6 or worse. If you don't believe me, watch the Ohio State-Wisconsin game today. We'll get to that game in a minute, but Ohio State's favored by like 27 or something. It might be 28-0 at halftime of that thing. I mean, Wisconsin is in a bad way. They're circling the drain. I mean, just waiting on somebody to come by and flush it. But, and I think Michigan's in a bad way. I think Michigan's going to is doing the coaching search deal soon. I don't think Sherrone Moore is going to be the coach at Michigan next year. They're not tied to him long term. There's no huge contract with some ginormous fucking buyout. It would be pretty easy for Michigan to walk away from Sherrone Moore, and they can just blame it on the cheating. They can go, look, we gave Sherrone a chance, But we just need a fresh start, you know. Put all the Connor Stallions, we cheated for 3 years and have a fake national title. Put all that behind us to clean. So I think it would be easy for them to walk away from Sherrone Moore. And I think they're losing 3 or 4 games, Michigan. And I think it might start today. Well, it already started. They already got 1 loss, but I think they lose again today. They have 1 or 2 losses. Michigan's only got the 1 loss to No, they lost last week. They already have 2. That's right. Because they lost to Oklahoma earlier. Yeah. Yeah, they might lose 4 games this year, y'all. Hell, they might go 7-5 again and beat Bama in a meaningless bowl game. Just like they did last year. That's a possibility. Washington is getting 4.5 points. I like Washington. Look, I like a lot of underdogs today. I bet all 3 underdogs last night. I bet Nebraska plus the points, winner. Louisville plus the points, winner. No, Cal, I bet the favorite. I bet 1 favorite last night. I bet Cal -8. Loser. So I went 2-1. But you'll see as we go through these games, I like a lot of underdogs today. But I like Washington plus the points. Baylor at TCU. I don't know how many people will watch this, but I do think it'll be a good game. High scoring, I think, too. TCU's favored by 2.5 at home. I like Baylor. I like a lot of underdogs today. I like Baylor. Army at Tulane. Here's a favorite I like. I like Tulane to win by more. They're favored by 9.5. I like Tulane to cover that. A little bit of a late, a 12:45 start time in this one, so not a noon game technically, but same window. Oklahoma on the road at South Carolina. I like South Carolina plus the points again on that one. I didn't mean to hit that button. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button. I like South Carolina plus the points. I think South Carolina might beat them. I like a lot of underdogs today. Heading into the afternoon games. Now, I'll be on YouTube to stream all these afternoon games. Ohio State on the road at Wisconsin. The line's up to 28.5. Honestly, I'd bet it up to 30. I think Ohio State's going to be winning this game 30-something to single digits at halftime. Wisconsin is terrible. I don't see how they keep Luke Fickell after this year. It's been an absolute disaster there for Luke Fickell. Michigan State at Indiana. Indiana favored by 27.5. I like Michigan State plus the points. Now, I would buy it up to 28, 4 touchdowns total. And my site might be at 28. I don't know. But this is a classic letdown spot at home in a sleepy game for Indiana after the biggest win. Look, Curt Cignetti. Now, I have admitted, going back weeks, that Curt Cignetti is a good coach. I wanted Indiana to be bad this year because I don't like Cignetti. I don't like him. But I don't not like him because he's a bad coach. He's a good coach. I don't like him because of some of the dumb shit he says. That's what I don't like. Now, if he was my coach, I'd probably love it that he says that kind of thing. But he's not my coach, so I don't like him. And so I wanted Indiana to be bad. Not only are they not bad, they're really, really good. And Cignetti is really, really good. There's a lot of somebodies in my comment section, on Twitter, all over the place, telling me that Curt Cignetti is the best coach in football.
Five-star dummy. Five-star dummy. Five-star dummy. Five-star dummy. Five-star dummy.
I did it 5 times for the 5-star dummies. He's 2-2 against ranked teams. He's 2-2 against ranked teams. He's never made the conference championship game. He's never won the conference championship game. He's never won a playoff game. He's a really good coach. He's not the best coach in football. The overreacting, it's like everybody's got to either be the best or the worst. Miami loses last night. There's people in my comment section, they should fall out of the top 15. This is a terrible loss. What? Louisville was 5-1. They're one of the best coach teams in the ACC. Miami has wins over Notre Dame and South Florida. Miami's not falling out of the top 15. And Cignetti's not the best coach in the country. Why does everything have to be one extreme or the other? Best coach in the country. He's 2-2 against ranked teams. Now, he's 2-0 this year against ranked teams. Right? Is Illinois ranked? Who did he beat? Illinois and whatever. He's 2-2. He lost to the only 2 ranked teams he played last year. Didn't make the conference title games, never made it, has never won a conference title, has never won a playoff game. He's the best coach in the country? What are we doing? Why are we hiding people? Who did that? Get your finger off the trigger, Jay. The best coach in the country? Come on. Can we stop? We got to stop that. He's a really good coach. But right now, he's Kyle Whittingham. And I think Kyle Whittingham's a really good coach. Kyle Whittingham wins a ton of games, beats a lot of good teams with inferior rosters. He's a really good coach. And that's what Cignetti is. Come on, man. He's not the best coach. He's not the 3rd best coach. He's the 3rd highest paid. He's not the best coach. But Cignetti's really good. If you want to tell me he's a top 10 coach right now, okay, I don't think that's retarded. I don't think that's a retarded take. You want to tell me he's top 10? Okay. Yeah. Telling me he's better than Ryan Day? What? Come on, man. He's not even the best coach in his own conference. Ryan Day has the highest winning percentage of all time. Come on. What are we doing? Didn't Rhett Lashley take SMU to the playoffs last year? Kurt Cignetti is Rhett Lashley. What do we... At least Rhett Lashley made the conference championship game. What are we talking about? He's the best coach in the country. No, he's not. I mean, you got to have some perspective here. You see Indiana beat Oregon, and your immediate thought is, hey, my man, best coach in Congress. No. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? If you think Gunnar Stockton looks old, you should see Cash Jones, bud. Cash Jones looks like he works at a locally owned gas station. Not even a fucking Parker's or Pilot or Circle K. He looks like he works at one of these gas stations that doesn't even sell gas. You know the ones I'm talking about? They've got like the concrete pad out front where there used to be gas pumps, but they're gone. And now you go inside and all they sell is like fake marijuana and what's that drug? What's that gas station? Heroin? One of those types of gas. You know, you go into like a gas station that sells like work boots and bright orange shirts. You know the ones I'm talking about? Cash Jones looks like he works at one of those places. It's weird. No, it's real weird. Kratom, yeah. Cash Jones looks like he works at a locally owned gas station that sells Kratom, Kratom work boots and bright orange t-shirts, like road crew shirts. Y'all know that y'all have been in one of them gas stations before, hadn't you? They don't even sell gas. I guess it's not a gas station. It's just a convenience store, and it's really not all that convenient unless you're looking for cathead work boots and some Kratom. Why are they selling work boots at the same place they sell Kratom? If you're doing Kratom, you're not going to work. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a good question, I guess. And it's a fair question. I feel like this has been an entertaining show. I'm entertained. Make sure you're hitting a thumbs up if you hadn't already. That would be there's 340 people watching and 80 thumbs up. Five more. Now 6 more because somebody undid it. So now 6 more. Now 1 more. Okay. Somebody said, did we get through the schedule of games? I think we barely got to the 3:30 games. Let me, I'm going to put it back up on the screen now, and I'm going to stop looking at the comment section because y'all get me all kinds of off track. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Michigan State at Indiana. Texas A&M on the road at Arkansas. These are all the 3:30 games. I will be on YouTube streaming during the 3:30 games. So we already talked about Ohio State, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Indiana. Texas A&M on the road at Arkansas. Now, this is one that I'm not buying. There are a lot of people that are on Texas A&M in this game. I don't know how to break it to y'all, but I think Texas A&M is actually good. I know, like, we keep waiting on them to go 8-4. Oh, they're going to lose their next 4. I don't think they're going 8-4. I think there's a better possibility that they play in the SEC championship game than there is that they go 8-4 this year. I don't think they're going 8-4. Now, it doesn't make me happy to say that. They're weird. They're really fucking weird. But I'm not buying this one. So I like a lot of underdogs today. I don't like that one. I don't like Arkansas. I think Texas A&M can cover. Ole Miss on the road at Georgia. This is another one that's weird to me. The line doesn't make any sense. Georgia minus 7.5 to me seems way too high. So I guess there's a couple of ways to look at that. You can go, well, obviously you take Ole Miss plus 7.5. My initial thought is I agree. I do think Georgia wins, but doesn't this seem like a 3-point game, a 4-point game, a 6-point game, a 7-point game? I don't know. Over 7.5. The other thought is, what does Vegas know? Why did they make this line so high? At 7.5, they are begging you to take Ole Miss. 7.5 is a critical number in the gambling world. Vegas is begging you, pleading with you to take Ole Miss here. Where's my gamblers at? Let's get sidetracked again. Joe, are you in here? I know Joe gambles. Where's my gamblers at? 7.5, and it's been 7.5 all week. It hasn't moved. And everybody I've seen talk about the game says they're taking Ole Miss minus 7.5. If everybody's taking Ole Miss plus 7.5, why isn't the line moving? Vegas is begging you to take Ole Miss minus 7.5. You know what that means? Georgia by 14. Boy, you know what? The trolls have been resting up all week waiting on 3:30 today because they know I'm streaming that game on YouTube. The trolls are going to be so fucking disappointed. Georgia's going to put a whooping on Lane today. Plus, if the rumors are to be believed, Lane's got 1 foot in Gainesville. Now, we saw a team play last night whose head coach has 1 foot out the door. How did that work out? Did Nebraska look like a team last night that was prepared to play on the road this week? No, they didn't. They couldn't even score a touchdown against Minnesota, Nebraska, and got blown out 24-6. And Matt Rule's got 1 foot in State College in Happy Valley. The Lane train is loading up for a one-way trip to Gainesville. Good luck, Rebels. Damn. This is going to be the biggest loss the Rebels have taken since the Civil War. This is going to be the biggest loss the Rebels have taken since the Civil War. Don't talk about the Civil War. My great-great-granddaddy he lost. And so is Ole Miss. So is Ole Miss. Sorry. I hate to be the one to break that to you. I hate to be the one to break that to you. The Rebels lost. America won. The country you pretend to love while you fly your rebel flag. You fly the flag of a nation that went to war against the nation you now claim to love. Do better. Do better. Get rid of the rebel flags. You look silly as shit, honestly. You really do. I'm not going to lie. I judge people's IQ if I see them with a rebel flag. I do. I say they're probably not that smart. Now, I'm sure there are some really smart people who fly the rebel flag, but I'm just telling you that when I see it, that's the first thing that I think of. This guy's probably not that smart. Probably doesn't have running water. Yeah, you have to be a liberal to know that the South lost the Civil War, I guess, according to Guy in the comment section. You have to be a liberal in order to know that the United States won that war and the South lost. It is what it is. But unlike you, I love America, so I'm glad America won. Yeah. I'm glad America won. Type about it. Is that the last war we won? No, I guess we won World War II. Guess we won World War II. My rebel flag, my great-great-granddaddy, Confederate States of America. He lost. He lost. So. And so did Davy Crockett, by the way. Davy Crockett lost, too. Gulf War, yeah, I guess we did. Took 2 tries in a lot of years, though. Took 2 tries in a lot of years to win that Gulf War against Iraq. For no reason, by the way. No reason at all. Iraq didn't do shit to us. Nothing. Let's see. Who can we beat? Well, Iraq doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Go to war with them. They don't know what they're doing. We'll go to war with Iraq. Give me 30 years and however, whatever. Anyway, I'm sure we can beat them. What about Afghanistan? No, not winning that one. Well, let's go to war over there anyway. Why? The defense contractors said they need more money. Okay, we'll go to war in Afghanistan because the defense contractors said so. Because of 9/11. We got to go to war in Afghanistan because of 9/11. Everybody that did 9/11 was Saudi Arabia. Yeah, but we got business dealings with Saudi Arabia and we need the oil and shit. We can't do that. We got to go to Afghanistan, fight the dirt farmers and lose. Let's do that. Sounds like a great idea. SMU at Clemson. Now, I do think SMU can win the game. Here's the problem with betting this game. This line opened up as Clemson as about a 9-point favorite, and it's moved all the way down to 5.5. So, really, to bet this game, you should have bet it on Monday or Tuesday when it was Clemson, when you could have got SMU +8, +9, something like that. I don't know if I'll bet this game today just because the line has come down so far. All the value was at 8 or 9 points with SMU, and you can't get that number now. But I do think SMU could go in there and win that game. Clemson's in a bad way. Now they're in a bad way. UNLV on the road at Boise State. You already know I'm taking UNLV +12.5 here. Boise State could and probably will win the game. Boise State beat UNLV twice last year, once in the regular season, once in the conference championship game. I don't think Boise State is as good as they were last year, and I do think UNLV is a little better than they were last year, but it is on the road at Boise State, biggest game of the year for both teams. Boise State probably wins at home, but I do like UNLV plus the points. I think it's going to be high scoring too, by the way, that game. I'll throw that in there. The over-under is 60.5. It might go over that. 4 o'clock, Texas Tech on the road at Arizona State. Texas Tech is covered every week, and I believe they've won every game by 24 points or more. But they have covered the spread every single week and won every game by 24 points or more. They're on the road at Arizona State. Arizona State backs literally against the wall. They do get Sam Leavitt back at quarterback today, which is huge. They didn't have him last week, and they got blowed out by Utah. But it's hard not to bet Texas Tech at under a touchdown, and I probably will. I'll probably end up betting that game. Texas Tech -6.5. Mississippi State at Florida. Again, I like the underdog here. Mississippi State's getting 9.5 points. Florida's a favorite for reasons unknown. I know they beat Texas at home, but then they got blown out last week by Texas A&M. And if the rumors are to be believed, then Billy Napier has to know that this is his last game. I mean, the Florida fans are 110% convinced, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that Billy Napier is getting fired tomorrow at lunchtime. They say it doesn't matter if Florida wins this game by 100. He's gone. It's a done deal. If that's true, then I'm sure Billy Napier must know that already. And so I just, there's no way I can trust Florida in this spot. Now, Florida's got a pretty good defense, but Mississippi State can score. So I think that's what it will come down to in this game. Can Mississippi State offensively move the ball against the Florida defense? If they can, I think it will be a good game. And if you can get Mississippi State at anything close to 10 points, I think that's the way to go. If Florida's defense shows up again, it could be tough for Mississippi State. But there's just no way I can put $1 on Florida right now. There's just no way. So, but tomorrow from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the Florida fans are going to be on pins and needles, because I'm telling you, they are convinced beyond the shadow of any doubt that he is getting fired tomorrow, period, end of story. Doesn't matter what happens today. If they don't fire Billy Napier tomorrow, I am seriously concerned with the mental well-being of the Florida fans. They are going to be looking for very tall buildings to jump off of if Billy Napier is still the head coach of Florida at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So that I'll be working on the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow, but I'll be refreshing my Twitter page or ESPN or whatever every minute or two, waiting on that Billy Napier news that the Florida man tells me is coming. Memphis looking to stay undefeated on the road at a really bad UAB team. Memphis should win that with no problem. Oregon at Rutgers. Oregon a 17.5-point favorite. I'm not betting this game, but I like Oregon to win and cover. But I'm not betting that one because of the travel. Washington State continues to play weird games in the middle of the year, this time on the road at Virginia. They nearly beat Ole Miss last week, 24-21, I think the final score was. Ole Miss beat Washington State. Washington State's horrendous. They're 3-3. They lost to North Texas 59-10. They lost to Washington 59-24. Lost to Ole Miss by 3. Weird. Really weird, too. Really weird, too. Non-con game for Virginia, of course, on that deal there. Texas on the road at Kentucky. 12.5-point favorite. I've gone back and forth on this one. I think yesterday in that prediction video I made, I took Kentucky. That was my pick. I'm not betting this game. I guess I'm going to stick with Kentucky at plus 12.5, but boy, Kentucky is really, really bad. Feels like a bounce back spot for Texas. Penn State at Iowa. What's the final score of this game going to be? 12-3, 8-4, something like that. If you watch this game, you've got no life at all. Maryland at UCLA. You know what? I like UCLA. They are a different team the last couple of weeks. It wasn't a fluke against Penn State. They turned around and won again last week. Now they're at home against a middle-of-the-road Maryland team. UCLA is favored by 3.5. I think UCLA can win that one. Primetime games. These will be the Patreon stream games tonight at 7:30. And again, we are doing the second of the $1,000 giveaways. Well, it's $250 giveaways. We're doing 4 of them. Last week was the first one. Shout out to RC Cola. He won the first $250 last week on the Patreon stream. We'll do another one today. The Patreon stream will start at 7:30. The link to the Patreon page is in the description of the video. If you're not signed up on Patreon page, stop watching this video. Click the Patreon link, get signed up. Come hang out on the Patreon stream tonight at 7:30 and win yourself $250. Tennessee on the road at Bama. Bama favored by 8.5. This is another one where the line hasn't moved. It's been 8.5 all week. I would have thought at over a touchdown, this line would have got bet down to 6 or 6.5. It didn't. So it makes me nervous. I did take Tennessee plus the points in this game, and I bet it already. I have Tennessee plus 8.5 here. But the fact that this thing has not come down worries me a little. Alabama might win by a couple of touchdowns there. The closer, sometimes as the week goes by and we get closer to Saturday, I get more confident in my picks that I made early in the week. Sometimes I get less confident. I'm getting less confident on my Tennessee plus 8.5 pick because this line has not moved. And it feels like Ty Simpson's going to have a field day against the Tennessee secondary. Could be a 300-yard day for Ty Simpson. In fact, I hope it is a 300-yard day for Ty Simpson. Shout out to Sleeper. They're sponsoring today's kickoff show. If you haven't downloaded the Sleeper app yet, download it now. They've got a great promotion going. They're going to give you $20. You don't even have to deposit any money. All you got to do is download the Sleeper app right there. Use the promo code Lou right there. Create a new account. And $20 is going to magically show up in there, courtesy of Uncle Lou. And you can make yourself a free $20 play today on the Sleeper app. And I did it last night. I put my play in for the week last night during the live stream. So a lot of you have already seen it. I took Ty Simpson over the passing number. Let me see. Can I put it on the screen for you? Yeah, of course I can. Of course I can. There's nothing I can't do. There's absolutely nothing I can't do. Let's get it up on the screen. There you go. My picks. So almost every week they give you basically a free pick. So you see I have Bo Nix. I don't usually do the NFL on Sleeper, but they've got Bo Nix over half a yard passing. That's a free winner. So I added that, of course. And then the two that we picked last night during the game stream was Ty Simpson, more than 288 passing yards. Nate Frazier, more than 34 rushing yards. Ole Miss, not good against the run. Now, they've got a good pass defense, Ole Miss does. In fact, I think they have a top 10 pass defense in the country. I think I remember hearing that this week. But against the run, not so good. They're in the 60s or 70s. And Georgia, of course, is a run-first team this year, sort of the opposite of what we saw from Georgia last year. They're more of a run-first team this year. Chauncey Bowens is a little bit banged up. I expect Chauncey Bowens to play, but he may not get the number of carries he typically gets. And I think Nate Frazier is going to get a bump in carries because of that. So I like Nate Frazier over 34.5 rushing yards for Georgia against Ole Miss, and Ty Simpson more than 288 passing yards for Bama. And then I've got the Bo Nix deal as the free pick. So $20 if I hit pays 107. So $20 risk to win 107. That's my sleeper play for today. And I might add a second one too. While I'm sitting around watching the noon games, I might dig around on Sleeper and see what else I can find. But anyway, help support the people that are supporting the channel. Sleeper's been a great partner for me this season. I'm working with them actually through the end of the Super Bowl. So y'all are going to have to put up with these Sleeper promos all the way through the end of February. But download the Sleeper app. You'll be glad you did. It does make watching the games a lot more fun and exciting, and you might even win yourself some money. You can stack as many picks as you want in there. I usually do 3 at a time, but you can do 4, 5, 6. You can win up to 1,000 times your money, depending on how many picks you stack in there. But it does make the games a lot more fun and entertaining to watch. Make sure you do it responsibly. Don't be gambling away your lunch money. Don't be gambling away your car payment. It's entertainment, and you should expect to lose every time you gamble. That's the best advice I can give you. Will you lose every time? No, but you need to expect to lose. It needs to be money you don't need, extra money, entertainment money. So that's my gamble responsible promo for you there. You want to get back to, I think there's a few games left here that we have not looked at yet. Let's get back to those. Where did we leave off? Oh, Tennessee and Bama. Southern Cal and Notre Dame. Absolute must-win game for Notre Dame, in my opinion. I see zero scenario where Notre Dame makes the playoffs at 9-3. Now, I don't even think 10-2 is a guarantee for Notre Dame. It's going to depend on what a lot of other teams' records are at the end of the year. And it's going to depend how many ACC teams get in, how many Big 12 teams get in, all of that. It's likely that Notre Dame gets in at 10-2. It's probably a little over. It's over a 50% chance probably that Notre Dame does get in at 10-2. But if they lose this game tonight, not only will they be 9-3, they would have lost to every ranked team they played, all three. And the only ranked team possibly left on their schedule would be Navy. Navy's not ranked right now, but Navy is undefeated. But even if Navy remains undefeated and is ranked when Notre Dame plays them, that's no one's going to look at that win as an impressive win. They're just not. I'm not. Are you? No one will. That being said, I do think Notre Dame wins this game tonight. Now, it could be fairly high scoring. Southern Cal has been pretty good against the run this year. Well, comparatively speaking to normal Lincoln Riley defenses, they've been better than normal. But they are susceptible to the pass, Southern Cal is. But Notre Dame has had problems in the secondary this year, too, at times. And Southern Cal can sling the ball around. That Gilligan's Island quarterback they got, Maivia or whatever his name is, he's really good. He's really good. Southern Cal's got some dinged-up running backs. Notre Dame doesn't have that problem. Jeremiah Love has looked like an absolute monster the last 2 or 3 games. I think Notre Dame gets this win at home. Florida Atlantic at South Florida. South Florida will keep it rolling. They'll beat Florida Atlantic, no problem. Missouri at Auburn. Missouri's only a 1.5-point favorite. And actually, Auburn was favored early in the week. Auburn was about a 1 or a 1.5-point favorite. I just don't trust Auburn offensively. They've got some internal turmoil going on. One of their captains has left the team this week or got kicked off the team, depending on who you want to listen to or believe or whatever the case. There's stories out there. He said he wanted a red shirt. Hugh Freeze told him no. Maybe an issue with, well, if you redshirt, we want the NIL money back. It was just a back and forth thing. Hugh Freeze came out and kind of threw him under the bus in a press conference. It's just been a messy situation for Auburn. And there's a lot of people that think Hugh Freeze is on his way out too, possibly as soon as tomorrow if they lose that game. Missouri's coming off their first loss of the season last week at home against Bama, a 3-point loss for Mizzou. I think Missouri wins the game, and I don't think it's going to be that close. I don't think it's going to. I like Missouri to win and cover, but that's another one of these weird Vegas lines where you're thinking, why is this only 1.5? And in a lot of cases, that means Vegas knows something. The Holy War, Utah at BYU. Unfortunately, we can't get mutually assured destruction, which is normally what I cheer for in holy wars. This is a football game version of a holy war, so somebody's got to win. I think that somebody will be Utah. BYU's undefeated. Utah's got 1 loss. It was to Texas Tech. But outside of that one game, Utah has looked really, really good this year. I like what they're doing offensively with their quarterback, Dampier. I think they match up well with BYU along both lines of scrimmage. And I think Utah goes on the road and beats BYU for the first time in a while. I think BYU's won the last couple of games in that series. Cincinnati at Oklahoma State. You already know you can't bet on Oklahoma State. They're just dog shit. Florida State at Stanford. And Florida State is favored, y'all, by 18.5 points. I have not bet this game yet. I'm going to wait and see how my day goes with betting on these other games. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be hard for me at 10:15 tonight not to take Stanford plus 18.5 at home against a terrible Florida State team who has to travel all the way across the country and play a football game at bedtime. I can't believe Florida State's favored by 18.5 right now over anybody. That's hard to believe. So anyway, there's the rundown of games for today. None of that is gambling advice. I don't give gambling advice. I just tell you what I think about the games. If you choose to gamble on the games, those are your decisions to make. So keep that in mind, especially if you bet on a game that I said that I like and you lose. Now, if you bet on a game that I said I like and you win, then you should probably send me some of your winnings. That would be fair. But if you lose, that's on you. You know, I told you not to listen to me. So that's that. All right, guess what I'm eating today? I already gave you a hint. My favorite football food of all time. One of my favorite foods, period. I'm doing Tommy fries today. You know, I have not done Tommy fries yet this football season. We realized that a couple of days ago. We had a birthday dinner that we had to go to literally the week that football season was starting. And the people that were throwing the birthday party wanted to go to T-Bone's. Hey, I'm not going to turn that down. So I went to T-Bone's and I ate Tommy fries leading up to week 0 or week 1. I can't remember. I think it was week 1. Yeah, so I didn't eat Tommy fries week 0 because I knew we were going to eat at T-Bone's on that Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was, for that birthday dinner. And I said, well, I'll just get my Tommy fries there. Didn't eat Tommy fries in week 1 because then I had just ate them 2 or 3 days prior. And then just week after week, I just kind of, I don't know. I don't have an excuse really. But then, this week we're trying to figure out what we're going to do today. And I'm like, dang, we hadn't had Tommy fries. Well, we're fixing that problem today. I'm getting not 1, but 2 large orders of Tommy fries for football today. The lady has to work for a couple hours this afternoon. So while she's out, she's going to swing by the good people over at T-Bone's and pick up not 1, but 2 orders of Tommy fries. Yeah, facts. Big facts, too. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also making tuna salad, tuna fish. I'm making tuna fish. So I'll have a couple of tuna fish sandwiches or something during the noon games, and then be snacking on the Tommy fries for the 3:30 games and the primetime games. How'd that be? Yeah, I think that'd be just fine. Lou's got a good woman. I tell you, she takes care of me in general, that's for sure. But especially these game days, she's a lifesaver. She makes my life easier, just in general, but especially on the game days when I really don't have time to go anywhere or do anything. She makes life easy for Uncle Lou. So shout out to the lady for that. Pretty sure Tommy fries are called, I don't even know what that is. I'm pretty sure I don't live in Canada. So pretty sure I don't care what they call anything up there. Yep, must be nice. My wife hates football, thus hates me on Saturdays. I've been in that situation before, too, so I feel your pain. So I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and I can tell you this one's a lot better for as far as the football goes. Yeah. Now, it does help that I do this for a living, so I always have that to fall back on. So it's not like technically I'm working when I'm watching the football game, so I kind of have that as a built-in excuse. I think that's a pretty common scenario, Suplexus, to be honest. We probably do make life harder for most of the women in our lives, whereas they tend to make our lives easier for the most part. Now, that's not always true. We were talking about the whole Mormon polygamy thing last night on the stream. I don't know how much you have to hate yourself to think it's a good idea to have 3 or 4 wives at the same time. Imagine getting yelled at about something stupid by 4 different wives at the same time. I mean, you already know they they pick these random things to get mad at that don't even make any sense, you know? And you can kind of sit there and just take it from one, you know, just kind of tune it out, in one ear out, yeah, whatever, lady type of deal. But imagine if you had to hear that from 3 or 4 different women. I don't understand that. I don't know what has to be wrong with you mentally to go, you know what I would like to do? Be berated and yelled at for no reason by 4 different women at the same time instead of just one. Let me marry 3 or 4 different women. I'll move them all in here. I don't know, man. That sounds like a life of pure fucking misery to me. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a life of pure misery. The whole polygamy deal. So I don't know. I just don't get that. Tennessee has a good offense. Guarantee final is 41-40. ACC is going to be a one-bid league now that Miami and FSU are down bad. I don't know. I mean, Georgia Tech's undefeated. Are they the only undefeated team left in the ACC? I mean, there's a very good possibility that you're going to have 2 one-loss teams in the let me ask you this. Here's the problem if you're Notre Dame. Okay? What if an 11-1 Georgia Tech plays an 11-1 Miami or an 11-1 Virginia in the ACC title game, while Notre Dame is sitting at home at 10-2? If 2 11-1 teams make the ACC title game, they're both going to the playoff. I'm telling you that. If they put a 10-2 Notre Dame team into the playoff and leave out an 11-1 ACC team that becomes 11-2 in a conference championship game by losing in a game that Notre Dame purposely avoids every year, there should be riots in the street. Now, that might not happen. Georgia Tech might lose 2 or 3 games. Virginia might lose another couple of games. Maybe Miami loses another one, whatever. But if an 11-1 team gets to the ACC title game and loses, they will be in the playoffs. And we could be headed towards a scenario very similar to that in the Big 12 with Texas Tech and Utah. Especially if Utah wins today against BYU. Utah's a good team, and Texas Tech is a machine. You know, if you've got a Big 12 title game that's 12-0 Texas Tech and 11-1 Utah, and Utah wins, you think Texas Tech's not going to the playoffs? You're out of your mind. And they can't put a 10-2 Notre Dame team in over a 2-loss conference loser. They can't do that. I don't think they will do that. And then it's going to come down to, what do you do with 10-2 Notre Dame versus 9-3 Tennessee? What do you do with 10-2 Notre Dame versus 9-3 Oregon? Oregon's got some losable games. Oregon's got to play Washington. They got to play Southern Cal. So there's going to be some interesting scenarios involving Notre Dame at the end of the year, even if Notre Dame is 10-2. Yes, BYU's undefeated. Utah has 1 loss. And Texas Tech is undefeated. I think Utah and Texas Tech are the 2 best teams in the Big 12. Now, if BYU beats Utah today, then you reassess. But I don't know. Do BYU and Texas Tech play in the regular season? This is an interesting, let's see. BYU schedule. Yes, they do. They play Texas Tech in 2 weeks. at Texas Tech. So that'll be a massive game. You look at Texas Tech's schedule. Arizona State, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, BYU. So really, at Arizona State and home against BYU are really the only two. These are the only two teams I think even have a chance against Texas Tech, BYU and Arizona State. West Virginia, Central Florida, Kansas State, and Oklahoma State. I think Texas Tech will blow those four teams out. And I think they'll probably beat Arizona State today on the road at Arizona State. But this feels like a back against the wall game for Arizona State, and Sam Leavitt's back. So I do think we'll get Arizona State's best effort here, but I don't know if it'll be enough. But the BYU game will be huge. Texas Tech and BYU. You look at Utah's remaining schedule. BYU today. They'll beat Colorado. Utah, Cincinnati. We're forgetting about Cincinnati, by the way. Cincinnati only has one loss, and it's not a conference loss. They lost to Nebraska. Cincinnati's undefeated in the Big 12. But then Utah will beat Baylor, Kansas State, and Kansas. So who does Cincinnati play? This is why these conferences in November are going to become such a mess. The SEC, too, by the way, is going to be a complete train wreck in November. Cincinnati plays Oklahoma State. They should win that one. They play Baylor. They should win that one. At Utah. That'll be a good game. Then Arizona, and then BYU. So Cincinnati's should win their remaining games, with the exception of maybe Utah and BYU would be the toss-ups. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're Notre Dame, here's what you want. You want to beat Southern Cal, and then you need Southern Cal to go like 9-3 at worst. So that Southern Cal win looks really good. You need Southern Cal has to remain ranked. They have to remain ranked. Notre Dame's got to beat them today, and then Southern Cal needs to win the majority of their games the rest of the way to stay ranked. Then they need complete and total train wrecks and chaos in the Big 12, the ACC, and the SEC. They need maybe everybody to have a couple of losses or something. So, but we'll see. But anyway, it's 10:20. It's time to get out of here. So the morning announcements. I will be on YouTube at 3:30 to stream all the afternoon games. So come on over to the channel, hang out. Let's watch the afternoon games. Just to remind you what those are. We've got Georgia and Ole Miss at 3:30. Texas A&M and Arkansas at 3:30, Michigan State and Indiana at 3:30, Ohio State and Wisconsin at 3:30, Texas Tech at Arizona State at 4, Mississippi State at Florida at 4:15. So there's 7 or 8 really good games at 3:30. I'll be live on YouTube at 3:15 or so, 3:15, and we'll hang out and watch all the 3:30 games, including Georgia Ole Miss. So when Ole Miss scores on their first possession to take a lead over Georgia, which happens in every single Georgia game ever played, y'all can all come troll me about how terrible Georgia is, and Ole Miss is winning 70-2, like y'all always do. And then in prime time will be the Patreon stream. We're doing the second of the giveaways tonight on Patreon, so make sure y'all come over there. I will go over the details of the giveaway right at the start of the Patreon stream, 7:30, and then we will give the money away at halftime. So the same plan as last week. Last week, the stream was at noon, but we did it the same way. Beginning of the stream, I'll go over all the details, what you need to do to win, and then we'll give the money away at halftime. That's tonight at 7:30 on Patreon. If you're not on the Patreon page, again, I don't know what you're doing. It's $10 a month. We have a really good time over there. I stream every single weekend. Even after college football season ends, we do a lot of Patreon streams with NFL playoffs, Super Bowl, March Madness, NBA playoffs. We do all kinds of stuff over there. So, it's the best $10 you could possibly spend. Yeah, it's true. And you might win yourself some money. So there you go. There's the link to the Patreon page. Make sure that you click that link. Get yourself signed up. All right, it's time for the rigged wheel. So if you have not got your name on the rigged wheel yet, you literally have like 2 minutes to do it. Any PayPal, any Cash App, get your name added to the rigged wheel. I am fixing to pull the rigged wheel up right now and start adding names. After I add all the names, I will check one more time the Cash App and the PayPal, and then that's it. We're going to spin the wheel. Team Asshole hat, too. Limited time. Limited. Taking this down soon. So if you, for 10 years, y'all have been asking me for a Team Asshole hat. Here you go. It's right there. Or get you a LouTube coffee mug in that. I mean, that might be a good idea. Get you a LouTube coffee mug. Get you a sweatshirt that lets everybody know what a huge degenerate you are. Or maybe even a hat that says the same. LouTube hat, whatever. Just get you an Octavian shirt. You on drugs, sir? Anyway, check it out. I'll post that. I'll post that link one more time, and then we're pulling the wheel up. Where's that link at? There you go. There's the link for the Team Asshole hat and whatever else. There you go. All right, rigged wheel time. Rigged wheel time. Here we go. Let's get my, I don't need to be on there. Let's get rid of me. There we go. All right, let's get rid of last week's names. And, all right, here we go. I'm going to start with Cash App. Then I'll pull up the PayPal. Then I will check both of them one more time, but then that's it. So this is literally your last chance to get your name on the wheel. PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description of the video. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got Jeremy J. We've got William B. Thank you, Jeremy and William, for helping us support the show this morning. Good luck. We've got Millis. We've got William S. And we, of course, have Jackpot. Jackpot took the trip to Death Valley last weekend to watch South Carolina play at LSU. I mean, it sucks for him that his team lost, but that's like a bucket list trip there. A night game at LSU. I was a little jealous. Juke Poot. I'm not going to lie. And it looked like he had a good time, too, so that was good. All right, let's pull up the PayPal. Activity. Yes, show me the activity. JS. That's, of course, that's Jay Shippus. Swaggy Man. What's up, Swaggy? Thank you, Swaggy. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jackpot and William. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right. Is there anybody whose name I didn't add? Okay, I see one more here. Cameron W. just popped up. Rigged wheel. Completely rigged. I already know who's going to win. I already know who's going to win. PayPal just sent. All right, I'll give it another minute. It sometimes takes a minute or so for it to show up. I see you. I got it. All right, let me get that added. And then we're going to spin the wheel. Just in time. Jason W. Yeah, Jason W. Got you on there, Jason. All right, we're going to spin the wheel. Appreciate everybody tuning in this morning. Great college football all day today. I, of course, will be uploading reaction videos throughout the day. I generally do those at halftime of all 3 time slots. So if you're not hanging out on the live streams, but you want my thoughts on the day's games as they go along, I will be uploading reaction videos. Generally, I do that at halftime of the 3 time slots, noon, 3:30, and prime time. We need a number before we spin the wheel. Yeah, Coach Prime. Let's get a number, Coach Prime. No, not 7. 4. Coach Prime says 4. All right, we're going to spin the wheel 4 times. The 4th name will be the winner. Good luck to, not Jeremy. What did I do? I'm sorry. Jeremy. I mean, he might be Jeremy. But I spelled his name wrong for no reason. I fixed it, though. All right, we're going to spin the wheel 4 times. The 4th name is the winner. Here we go. Good luck. Thank you, Jeremy, William, Millis, William, S, William S, and William B, Jackpot, Jay, Swaggy, Cameron, and Jason. Jay Shipes was the first name. Spin number 2. Spin number 2. This wheel is completely rigged. I already know who's going to win. William B was named number 2. Thank you, William B. Spin number 3. Looking for the 4th name today. Swaggy. Shout out, Swaggy. Thank you, Swaggy. All right, here we go. Good luck to everybody's team today. I hope everybody's team wins except Ole Miss. Unfortunately, I do have to root for them to lose. It is going to be Cameron W. Cameron W. from the Cash App. You are today's winner, Cameron. Let's take a look at the note. He says, for rigged wheel, but you didn't tell me the team. So hopefully you're still in the chat, and you can tell me what team, and hopefully your chat name is the same as this other name, or I'm not going to know it's you. Hopefully your YouTube name is Cameron W. I tell you what, Cameron W., if your YouTube name is not Cameron W., is he in here? You got to tell us what game you want, Cameron, if you're in here. If not, we're going to have to spin the wheel again. Usually people attach the game they want to the note on Cash App or PayPal, but I don't see it on yours. So I'll give it a minute or two. That's you? Okay. Tell us who you want. He said dogs cover. I got to see it from him. UGA versus Ole Miss. You want Georgia minus the points? Just whenever's good for you, just let me know. Yeah, Georgia minus the points. All right, let me pull up the latest odds here. I believe it's 7.5. And man, believe me, Cameron, Georgia on my mind. Boy, do I hope you win today. I want a stress-free Georgia football viewing experience today. I want to not be losing at halftime, and I want to not be yelling in the fourth quarter. So I really hope you hit, because that means Georgia won. All right, the line is -7. So you've got Georgia -7. Cameron W. Cash App. UGA -7. Rigged wheel week 8. All right. Good luck. Boy, do I hope you hit. God, I really hope you hit, man. I want like a Kentucky situation, just kind of coasting and just shooting the shit in the second half and not even have to worry. Unfortunately, I've been a Georgia fan for 40 years, and I know that's not likely to happen. I'm going to have to be yelling and screaming and sweating and doing God knows what else in the second half of this game. But good luck, Cameron. Shout out to everybody who helped support the show this morning. I really appreciate it. I will see you all back here at 3:30 on YouTube. We will live stream all the afternoon games. We'll hang out and have a good time. Patreon stream will be tonight at 7:30, where we will have the second of the $250 giveaways. There's 4 total. Did one last week. Shout out to RC Cola. He was last week's winner. We'll give away another $250 tonight on the Patreon stream, which starts at 7:30. Halftime videos uploaded throughout the day. Make sure you check those out. Good luck to everybody's team. Appreciate you tuning in. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good morning.